Welcome to Learner's Lane. Today, we'll walk through the chat installation process in a simplified, step-by-step manner. The steps remain the same, but I've organized them in a logical sequence to make the installation easier to follow. Environment setup for chat installation. Chat supports Ubuntu 22 and 24, so I chose Ubuntu 24 for installation. My Zimbra environment included dedicated LDAP, MTA plus proxy plus LDS on one server, mailbox on another server. Since chat requires a dedicated server, I provisioned one for the installation. Chat consists of two components, Zulip and PostgreSQL. These can be installed on the same server or separate servers. I preferred both on the same server. For certificates, I am covering commercial SSL certificates. Pre-installation checklist. Ensure the Zimbra environment is running smoothly before installing chat packages. All hosts must resolve each other via DNS. If DNS is not possible, add IP addresses to the hosts file on all servers as a workaround. Install chat Zimlets on mailbox servers. One Zimlet for classic UI. Another for modern UI. Installing Zimlets on one mailbox server will deploy to all mailbox servers by default. Since we chose commercial certificates, install them on LDAP as well, otherwise, the chat server cannot communicate with LDAP. Configuration. Update the chat server address and password in the global config. And, flush cache, run this command in any mailbox server. Enable the chat feature at the domain level. On the proxy server, update map hash size to 128, default is 64, and regenerate proxy configuration. If map hash bucket size not updated, you may encounter an error while creating the realm. SSL certificates on chat server. Before installing chat packages, place the SSL private key and certificate in the specified files. The certificate must include the server certificate and CA chain combined. Be cautious. File names and attributes are case sensitive. Installation process. Download and extract the chat package. Execute the install.pl Perl script, and follow the on-screen instructions. Follow the chat admin guide for complete instructions. During installation, you'll be prompted for Zulip service type rightward arrow choose combined. For installing Zulip plus PostgreSQL in one node we chose combined. Zimbra proxy host, specify Zimbra proxy host. Admin port, rightward arrow use 9071 for admin port. Chat server host name, specify chat server host name. Certificate type rightward arrow, since we are using commercial certificates, enter commercial. LDAP configuration rightward arrow select Zimbra LDAP, or external LDAP or AD, and provide host, port, password, and protocol. After entering details, confirm to proceed. Installation will start and complete in a few minutes. Post-installation steps. Set the domain ID on the Zimbra server. This ID will be used to create a realm on the chat server. Create the realm using the zimsoap command. On the chat server, run the manage.py Python script to verify the created realm. The realm format will be domain_ID chat_server_host name. This is FQDN of the chat server. Troubleshooting tip. If you see address not allowed errors in logs, add the chat server IP to allowed_hosts. Edit the settings.py file on the chat server to include this IP. Final post-installation tasks. Update Zimbra proxy configuration and reload services. Provision accounts. Either all accounts or only the required accounts to create corresponding accounts on the chat server. Important note. Accounts on the chat server will be created with numeric IDs, example 1 at domain_ID, not with the actual email addresses. Required ports. Nginx, 80, and 443. Memcached, 11211. RabbitMQ, 4369, and 5672, and 25672. PostgreSQL, 5432. Zulip Tornado, 9800 to 9803. Smokescreen, 4750, and 4760. A few useful commands. Service management. Command to start, stop, or check status of all services. Specific services. Commands to start or restart Django service. Commands to start or restart Smokescreen service. Manage.py options. Use manage.py help to view all available options. Examples. Check created realm. Verify admin user. And other administrative tasks. Alternative service control scripts. These scripts allow you to start, stop, or restart all services, similar to Supervisor CTL. Note, unlike Supervisor CTL, these scripts do not provide a status check option. Log files overview. Django logs. Capture user activities like authentication, logout, message typing, and message sending when active on the chat tab. Server logs. Show communication issues between Zulip and Zimbra or among Zulip internal modules. Error logs. Record Python-related errors or warnings in error.log. Installation logs. Zimbra preserves chat server installation logs for reference. PostgreSQL logs. PostgreSQL main log writes only on DB errors or warnings. File name includes PostgreSQL version in the place of 6. Other logs file of PostgreSQL record only if errors triggered, this is by default. Thank you for watching. I hope this session provided useful insights. We'll meet again soon with more valuable information.